Good evening and welcome back to Oddsparks. We want to go and do the thrower in a moment, but first we've got a few things to do. One, I've got the quest here to finish up, but also I want to start by saying thank you very much to the comments of the last video. Quirian Glanoodle? Glanoodle? I'm going to ruin that name completely. I apologize. However, you have pointed out in the comments the reason for the spark pens, which I hadn't even thought about, and it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. So the reason for them is you can throw sparks into them and you can pull sparks out of them when they have to walk up to them. So we can be over here, I can hold space and I can right click on this and there comes a spark. And there comes a spark. Or I can doop, and here goes a spark. The small problem is that you do pick up other ones on, like if you've got some sparks on paths nearby, so they kind of need to be away from stuff a little bit. But that's okay. That's okay. But also, you can throw them into them, and boom, there you go. So that's cool. I do kind of wish they'd you could right click on the building, but that's okay. That's okay. So cool. So you can call and return sparks just from the pens, rather than having to walk into the buildings or click on the buildings or click on the boxes or whatever. That's great. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. I never thought about that, even trying that. So yeah, awesome. Okay, let's go down to the town, and here we can upgrade a couple of things. So let's upgrade our waypoint range. Awesome, we have waypoint range level 2 now. Awesome. Let's do compact storage. This is awesome. This is awesome. What else do we have? We got we can do a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and none of those. What's this one? Fertilizer. We do have some fertilizer, but we can sort that out. Okay, so the slot. So we have a large slot here now. And what this means is that it can take stacks of items. Like so. So instead of that using 5 spaces, it uses 1. I think this goes up to 200, I think. And you can eventually get 3, maybe 4, I think 3 stacks of that in your inventory over time. Very, very useful. Stuff like wood could be useful for sparks as well, if you want to stash some sparks in there. So you're not using so many spaces for the sparks as well. Very useful. The deep storage is fantastic. Let's go see what the merchant wants. You know, I'm rather familiar with the concept of supply and demand, and I saw the quarter whilst I was working on that spark drawer. To me, at least, it's quite clear that you can now automate your supply. I figure I'd give you the idea in case you didn't think of it. Try to tell me how it worked out. Build a spark thrower, kill 20 forest bunnies. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Out here in the frontiers, I don't think you'll find better prey to ranch than the forest bunnies. They certainly won't need to worry too much about their population, as long as you don't destroy their nest. And even then, they will build the nest soon enough. Maybe I'll find a different way to deal with wild animals. Aha! Aha, ha, ha. I'm going to borrow your edit there. Thank you very much. Yes, so the forest bunny ones, I explained in the last episode that I didn't want to destroy the nest. They do respawn. The nests respawn when you throw sparks at them and destroy them. But they take longer to respawn than they do spawning forest bunnies. So that's why I wanted to throw the sparks close to it, but not at it. So we kill the spunnies, and then the spunnies will respawn, and we kill more and we respawn, and we just constantly farm them, which would be nicer, be easier. Here you are, this should work. You need to build on top of ancient bases, but with these small waypoints your travel is much more convenient. Awesome. So we can now build waypoints wherever we want them, which is very, very, very useful indeed. And I think that's everyone done. Yeah, it's everyone done. The merchant... now I'm confused. I've got a quest from the merchant which isn't listed here. Oh, it's a side quest. That's why. It's a side quest. Okay. Okay. Shall we finish the town off? Let's finish the town off. wonderful. We've been gathering everything. I've been in contact with the two sisters who are apprentices to a man who used to live here. They're already on their way. Ah, yes, the Anarchy sisters. They're not the Anarchy sisters. They're the Mason sisters, but we just need to give their new home a little cleaning. You lend us a hand? Okie dokie. Let's throw in 10 handy sparks. Oh, and away they go. Bloop, bloop. Woot. Awesome. And we have the Mason sisters. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we have everyone else who wants quests as well. But I'm not going to do any of those quests yet. Nope. We're going to go back and we're going to work on harvesting some forest bunnies first. Okay, so where are we here? I don't want to have them land anywhere near the stone. That's the thing. So get rid of you for the moment. Let us build a thrower, which I think is here. Oh, I need some wooden thing. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, now I'm better prepared. Let's try this again, shall we? So let's put in a thrower. And I said I want to put it nearby. Sparks will actually go quite a distance to attack things, but I don't want to have them. Try that. Let's try that. So you can put in an active spark, gather items, and the sparks will stand here. So we throw in. I've only got 9 now. We'll have to go and get some more. That's all right. Oh no, hold on. Active sparks are these ones here. Put them. Okay. And we put in a spark to throw them. It can be any spark. It does not matter. And we get a lemon spark and you just headbutt that thing there, and boom, there you go. It throws them. And they're going to start dropping stuff down. But, as I said, if they land on the floor, the first thing they will try and do is attack a creature. First thing they will try and do, they try and attack a creature if they can. But they go out, they'll attack a creature, and then they'll come and they'll be thrown again down here, and they'll attack the trees, and they'll clear all the trees out, and then eventually they'll pick these up here. I'm going to pick them up myself for a minute because I want them quickly. But so throw them on the floor, and the first thing they'll do is, oh, is there anything to pick up? Oh, we go pick up, and if it's nothing to pick up, then they go, right, what else can I attack? Well, a tree, I suppose. So they land, and they go, are there enemies? Find the enemy. It spawned one. Attack the enemy. Fantastic. Is there anything to pick up on the floor? Pick up stuff. Next time, chop down a tree. Or attack a boulder or something. Hence why I put it over here, not there, because the boulders obviously will stun them, and whilst they're stunned, the forest bunnies can attack them, and we don't want that. We don't want that. And what happens to the stuff? It goes in here. It goes in here. So we need to output this stuff and store it in some form of containers or something so that we can ship it out later. So I'm going to kill that forest bunny. Yeah, well done. Thank you. I'm going to come here and I'm going to go don't know if that's a good idea. Hold on. Maybe not. So I want to have a path that comes off of here and down here, like this. But we need filters off of this, because I need to store certain things in certain places. What I could also do with is building one of these. The compressor. So any items that we don't want from here, we can just use a compressor and get rid of. Which I think would be a great idea. So let me quickly go over here and find some stone, like so. And then we can put in one of these. And I might just put it like here somewhere. Yeah. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put in a item filter here. And I'm going to say you are reversed. Okay. So you cannot go through here if you are carrying Aether. Okay. cannot come through it if you're carrying Aether. Anything else, you can. And then I'm going to go up here, and we will copy this guy. And this one will be Aether, so you can come up here if you're Aether. Okay, cool. So if you're Aether, you come up here. If you're not, you'll go down there. And I'm going to put in a crate here, like this. Get rid of that. Let's get some carry sparks. Let's throw, yeah, put 3 on here. This will do. Okay, and they'll pick up. You see, all of them are kind of stuck at the moment because they can't pick up anything else. They're trying to put in the wood in there and they just can't, then it's not valid for them. So put them, and you will dump the resources in there, which is awesome. And that will get turned into, and if we get 350, we get 1 Aether residue, and then we can use that to unlock new costumes and things, which is quite cool. They are still struggling here. So what happens is they tend to put it on the floor, and then before they go into the machine, they try and pick up stuff again. So this is going to be struggling for a little bit, but it should be okay soon. It should be running soonish. They're actually chopping stuff and not gathering on the floor, which is interesting. Yeah, it's going to be loads of wood. Let's try and help them out a little bit, shall we? Let's so now they are just wandering back, which is kind of not what I want, because I'm worried that there might be some Aether left down here, because they can run quite far to attack Spunnies. So I'm a little worried there might be Aether left up here somewhere, and they won't go and pick it up because they're not picking up all this stuff here. So what I normally do is actually I put hauling sparks in here, not carry sparks, the hauler sparks, and they have a bigger protection range. So yeah, but this is working. As you can see, this is working. It is slowly picking up Aether. If we throw the Aether in there, you're going to pick up all the wood, which is absolutely fine. Dump all the wood in there. Okay, here's the Aether. Right, now let's see what goes on with these. No, so they can't go that way, so they go up and they drop the Aether off in there, which is awesome. And there we go. A very simple sorting system that just destroys all the items we're not fussed about, because we're really not fussed about the logs. Down here we have trees elsewhere. So awesome. 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 Okay. Also, with the forest bunnies, I was saying they don't attack. I got that wrong. I was mixing them up with other items, other animals. I said they did attack and they didn't, and it was all. The field bunnies will only attack you if you attack them, and the forest bunnies are exactly the same. They only attack you if you attack them, but they call all their friends around. So if you attack with a single spark, and there's 3 of them will come after you. Whereas the field bunnies just work on their own. They just do their own thing. So I wonder if we can herd that field bunny. Ooh. Yay. There we go. Okay. We might need to move this later. We might need to move this over slightly. I can move it now, actually. Let's move it now. Let's do... Right, so if I do that... Let's see now. So they're going to go and attack this stone, which is not what I want. So, no. Let's not do that. Yeah, because all they're going to do is attack the stone, and then they get stunned. They do return. They don't stay there forever. They do return. Oh no. No. You just destroyed a carry spark because I must have put it on top of him. Oops, and they picked it up. But yeah, see, so they attack it like twice, and if they fail a second time, they return. Oh well, that's fine. Right, put on. So yeah, and then all we need to do is build a path from here to there to feed this. Now this isn't very efficient. In fact, it's very low, and I don't think the spunnies tend to spawn if I'm here. Let's see if I'm away from it, they tend to spawn quicker. But it's kind of the best we can do, and it's the only place here that actually has a spunny barrow. There isn't one there. And that's the only other place that doesn't have any trees, and there isn't one there either. So, yeah, this is the only place we can currently farm Aether to start with. You can get Aether later on through things, so yeah, and also we can still go around killing things, so yeah. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. I'm going to manually grab that stuff for the moment. Not really up and running. It's working, but it's not efficient enough for my liking. So let's come down here and let's throw the Aether in that one. You can start doing your thing there. Okay, and let's go back to town and let's pick up some quests. Let's start with our new friends, the message. Now I call them the Anarchy Sisters. Anyone who knows, you get it. You get it. Look at them. Look at them. You get it. But they are the Mason Sisters. So you made it to the mountains. That's so cool. The mountains are the best place. The message that you needed some expertise, and that's where we come in. We're going to be using lots of stone and big chunks of it too. Awesome. They're going to teach us how to make the drill, which is exactly what we want. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to accept and pin that quest. Got chased around by rock town once. It was okay, but ever since then, Sis doesn't like the mountains as much anymore. Okie dokie. Madam Mayor, you've been so busy helping this village grow, helping all of us and creating such wonderful things. But you've been doing all this because it has been a lot of fun. You don't need to force yourself, and you should remember to take breaks. But if you insist, I won't stop you. There's this part of the village that I've been thinking we should clean up next. No one lives there anymore, you see. Okie dokie. Ah, limestone. You know, we all have our little part. You bring the supplies and we'll take care of the cleaning and tidying, and the sparks handle the final touches. Yay! Awesome. Okay. Let's go over to the Divine Researcher. Now that you're getting closer and closer to the mountains, you should keep an eye out for 2 spark shrines in the area. They're located quite high up. You might need help with the quartermaster to reach them. She used to climb the mountains a lot. I'm sure she can think of a way to help you get there too. Aha, the Rocky Spark. You want 80 Stumpy Sparks. Interesting. Arty Sparks. Okay. Okay. Watch out for those purple gas. Watch out for those purple gas. They smell worse than my old socks. Those purple gas? Okay. Let's upgrade the logger so you don't have to worry about collecting leaves by hand anymore. Bring me a few things I can easily upgrade it. Woohoo! Okay, so we can get leaves from the logger as well. Whether it's sparks or leaves, sometimes small things have a big impact. Very true. Very, very true. And Quartermaster. Heard from the mayor that you're exploring the mountains. You have noodle arms. I'll put something to help you. You're right, I do have noodle arms. The ladder and the ramp, I want these. I want these. These are going to be the first things we do. Climb the mountains whenever I can. Ah, you already guessed that, huh? From your physique, and you've got a peg leg as well. Yeah, I'm quite impressed that you do. Okay, so sawn timber, wooden panels, and stone. That's the easiest one. So let's just push this button here, see what we get there. Cool, sawn timber and stone. Let me gather these. We'll come back because I really would like the ramp. The ramp will help us a lot. Okay, quest complete. Here you go. Be careful out there. Okie dokie. And we get the ladder and the ramp. Now the ladder's going to be absolutely essential for us, but the ramp is definitely going to be super useful for us. So we have this thing here where our sparks have to come all the way along, down here, along here, connect to this, come all the way back in. We can change this. We can change this. We can make it better, stronger. Yeah. So what I'll do is this. honest with you, I don't think we need the filter anymore. No. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll put in a ramp. Now I've collected some stone because I didn't have enough stone to do this originally, but boom, there you go. And we will do this. Which means we can probably get rid of some of these sparks on here as well. Let's get rid of all these sparks on here actually first. There you go. Oh, I am collecting some of the choppy sparks for other quests and things. So let's get rid of this one here and that there. Boom. And then we have a shorter distance, a much shorter distance for our sparks to travel. Okay. So how about we throw in 6? Let's try that. Let's try 6. Let's bring it down from whatever it was to 6. Then also can be cramped up in here a little bit better, so or won't be cramped up in here a little bit more, I should say. There we go. And it's just easier. It's just we don't have to rely on the map going down here and up here. It's just fantastic. It's just absolutely fantastic. Okay. Cool. Now ladders are another thing we desperately want, but you can't build them because you need ladders. And to get a ladder, you have to make it in the wood workshop. Which is fine. We can do that. I think it's a wood workshop. Is it? Yeah. Requires logs and planks, which we have. So I can't remember what the copy button is. Let's see here. So wood workshop requires planks, which we don't have any at the moment. Let's yoink from out of there. And also requires timber, which we don't have as well. Let's yoink them out of there. And there we go, 3rd time's a charm. Awesome. Alright, so I'm going to put it here. I'm going to do that. And the reason behind that is this is an output, and if you have an output and input on the same block, they can only do one or the other. So they'll input into this guy and then walk past and move on. They won't output from, they won't take out from here. So you have to move it. You can share the same space with them, but they will only do one of those things. So if they have something on them, they will drop it off there. If they don't, they'll pick up from here. But if they do have something, they'll drop it off, then they're empty, but they'll walk past them to here because they can't do that there. So that just lets it do that easier there. So cool. Also, this requires wooden panels, which are being made here, which is kind of awkward. However, I'm going to manually feed this for a moment. And I'm going to change it to be that it's not wooden panels. It doesn't want wooden panels. What am I talking about? I had the wrong recipe. I keep doing that. Don't I? I keep doing that. I'm going to do this. There we go. Ladders are the only way to get into the mountains. Because the mountains are high. This edge here, where it turns to a different colour, is more than 1 tile high, so I can't climb it. So I need a ladder to climb it. And there's the Rocky Spark Shrine right there, so I think that's where we're going to be going. But we're not going to be going there now. We're going to go there in the next episode. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we shall do this one here. We shall come back then, and we shall carry on from there. I might try and do some other little bits to the questing off camera. Because there's a new quest available as well. Cool. So I might try and fill up some of these things here from stuff we have. So cool. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.